Hey everyone, this is Mahi42 with my brand new web show, The Geek Next Door. Today, I'll be showing you how to get the free web browser Google Chrome and how to play around with it. First, you want to open up the browser you already have. I have already installed Google Chrome and love it, so I'm going to use it. Just wait for it to load. The screen recorder slows down my computer a bit, so we'll just have to deal with it. Okay, here's my homepage, Wikipedia. First, what you want to do is you want to go to google.com, and now you're on your Google the main page. Now, what you're going to do is click this more icon, and then you want to go down to even more. So now you're on this list of Google products and sites. You can look around it. I find it pretty nice to see Blogger. There's Gmail, stuff like that. Google Earth. But what you want to do is Google Chrome. So we'll just click that. Now now you get to the Google homepage. If you want to learn a little bit more about Google Chrome and stuff that I don't tell you in this tutorial, you can just click down here and learn about Google Chrome. But for right now, we'll just install it. So make sure your language is your default language and click download Google Chrome. Now you just want to you can click this little check mark to make Google Chrome better. I believe I did when I installed it, so it's a nice thing to do. And you have to click this accept and install button afterwards. But since I already have it installed, we're just going to leave it. We're going to not click it. Now, once you got it all installed and you open it up, you'll get to this page. No, you won't. Here we go. You'll get to this tab page. Now what this page is, it's the default home page for Google Chrome. What it shows you are your bookmarks, your most visited pages, searches for different websites if they have a search function, recent bookmarks, and your recently closed tabs. What you can also do is click down here to show full history, but we'll just leave that for later. From here you can navigate to any place. Now, obviously, since it's a browser made by Google, the default search engine is Google. So if you start to type in Google, what you can see here is you can press tab to search Google. Now let's search for YouTube. There we go. Now, since Google is the default search engine, you don't even have to do that. Just type in what you want to search, click enter, and you'll be transported to a Google page for that search. But if you have another search engine that you'd like to use, like maybe Ask.com or Yahoo, but you need to search Google specifically, you can use that little trick. Now for other websites, you can do that too. Like I have it for bmp3.com, and I can just press tab to search that. Let's go back to the Google homepage. In fact, let's go back to the tab page instead. Let's just close out of that. Now say you've got a website that you visit a lot, and it'll be right up here, which is pretty easy. Let's show you some options you can change. What you want to do is just go up to the little wrench and then options. Okay. There are 3 tabs: basics, minor tweaks, and under the hood. They're pretty obvious. This is your basic stuff. This is getting a little more complicated, and then a lot more complicated. But it's easy once you figure it out. And what here is your on startup, which is basically will tell you your home page. There are 3 different little radio buttons. Open the home page will open up this page, this tab page. Restore the pages that were open last is self-explanatory. Whatever pages you had last time you opened Google Chrome, it'll open those. Or you can set specific home pages. See, I have here Wikipedia. let's say, I wanted to add Gmail to that. Okay, I don't have to open up another tab when I open it to get to Gmail. All I have to do is type in gmail.com in this little add dialog box and click enter. So now, when I open Google Chrome, it'll open Wikipedia and Gmail. But I'm going to remove that for now. Now, for your home page, you can do this, but pretty much the same thing. Your default search is Google. You can choose Yahoo, Live Search, AOL, or Ask.com. I like Google because that's what I normally use, so we'll just keep it at Google. And here's a little button that I found very helpful, your default browser. If you're someone like me who has multiple browsers, you might use one for your everyday use, and then others for, say, testing websites. I do like that. I have Firefox and Internet Explorer, which I detest, but it's stuck on here. But I like Google Chrome because it's a lot faster than Firefox. So I just made my default browser Google Chrome. Let's go to this minor tweaks tab and wait for it to load. Again, the screen recorder sort of slows down my computer. Now here, this is a little more complicated. Your download location. Say you download a PDF file for a class you need, and you just want to save it to your regular download place. You can choose where to save it. I just save things to my desktop because it's always right there. Or if you download stuff that you want to put in a bunch of different places, you can click Ask where to save each file before downloading. Now here is your password section. You can offer save passwords or never save passwords. And you can also show save passwords. I'm not going to do that because I'm not stupid. And you can test that out yourself. Now, fonts and languages. And you can choose the default font and language for web pages. Let's see how that looks. Now for me, I like Courier New. And encoding, you never really pretty much have to mess with that unless you're doing a different language that requires different setup. So we'll just keep it at Western ISO 88591. And here's your languages. Any minute now. Here we go. And here's the languages you use to read websites. Let's add one. German is my second language, so, we'll add German. There's Esperanto, which is a created language, which I find pretty funny that they have. Actually, I wanted to see. No, they don't. And we'll just choose German. You can also choose Austrian German, Germany German, or Switzerland German. And here's the German names for different countries. We'll just use German. And okay. And you can also change the language you use, your menus, dialog boxes, and tooltips. We'll just keep that in English. And we can click OK. Now here's the Under the Hood tab. And let's open that up. And wait for it to load. Yes, the screen recorder does slow down my computer a bit. And also, Google Chrome is a pretty big RAM hog. Now, this was basically Google's security features for your privacy. And yeah, it's just under the hood is pretty much all your security features. By default, pretty much everything is selected, except for this one. If you didn't check that box when you were downloading and installing it, and then here's your cookies. You can set up your proxy to connect to a network if you don't want your IP address known. Web content, you can notify when pop-up is blocked. You can change your Google Gear settings, and you can do all this stuff. But we'll just keep it at that, and we'll close it. And that's the basics of Google Chrome, my personal web browser. This has been Mahi42 with the Geek Next Door. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and don't feel afraid to subscribe.